Lilly King, you were the fastest woman in the history of the sport when you broke the 100-yard breaststroke record with a time of 55:88. What do those words mean to you in this accomplishment?
It's awesome. I've been waiting to go 55 for so long now. My freshman year, I broke 57, and ever since then, we've been talking about 55. So it was pretty special to see it on the clock.
Yeah, this is something you said you've been trying to do for over at least 2 years now. How were you able to do it this year?
I don't know. In November, I decided after our midseason meet, I wanted to go 55 at my pool. So I think I just decided I was going to do it this weekend, and that's what happened.
Most swimmers take at least 3 weeks to rest in between races. Your coach said you didn't rest much coming into this one. What was the thought process behind that?
I think for me, I've never really had much rest going into Big Tens, just because our main focus has always been NCAAs. So I usually perform pretty well on very little rest, so it didn't really shake me up too bad, because that's what we've done for the last 4 years. So I just went in and raced as hard as I could, and luckily came out on top.
Yeah, you foreshadowed this with your relay split on Thursday night. How did that set the standard as you went into the final race?
Yeah, well, I knew on that relay I was going to have a monster split for us to win. And again, we've been talking about 55 for so long, so might as well do it on the relay before the individual race, just to, I guess, get my body warmed up. But yeah, I mean, usually my relay splits are pretty similar to my individual race, so I thought that was a really good sign.
And outside of your individual performance, your team won the Big Ten championship for the first time since 2011. Your senior year in your home pool, as you mentioned. Bring us back into the celebration and what that was like for you this weekend.
It was awesome. I've never won any team title ever. Like, not in college, not in high school, not in age group swimming. It was actually my first team title in anything ever. So it was just so special with this group of girls, and I couldn't have done it without this group. It was just such a different feel than the last 3 years. Just we came together even closer than I ever could have imagined, and just so proud of the girls. And we did it at home, which just made it even better.
Yeah, how would you describe the kind of everlasting relationships that are built not only through winning a championship, but just the people you said you never thought you'd be standing there with on that stage come Big Ten championship time? Yeah,
I mean, it's like this ragtag group of girls. You never think this group put together would be able to win a championship, but we did. And as far as the relationships go, I mean, I promised the girls that we'd get tattoos if we won, so.
Oh!
So I guess that'll be everlasting for sure.
What kind of tattoo, and where is it going?
Well, we'd been talking. We wanted to get the number 7 because it was our 7th conference title. And we kind of went with the 7 rings theme. Thanks, Ariana Grande. So we're all getting 7 somewhere.
That's so cool.
I'm not sure yet. Yeah.
And 7 years in a row, Lilly, you guys had finished 2nd in the Big Ten championship. So what was it like to upset Michigan on this stage?
It was awesome. I mean, it was a total underdog story. Just no one thought we could beat them. They'd been undefeated this season. They beat us by over 300 points last year, and we graduated a lot of really fast seniors last year. So I still don't really know how we did it, honestly, but we came together like I've never seen a group come together before, and we swam lights out. And it wasn't a perfect meet for sure, but we still came out on top, and we won. And it was just so cool to have that win at my pool for my last meet, and it was really special.
And you have such a unique story because you're somebody that's not only swimming in the NCAA, winning Big Ten championships, but you've already made it to the top of your sport. You've won Olympic gold medals, you've set world records. What is life like for Lilly King when you just try to be a regular student at Indiana?
I mean, I obviously don't think of myself as this whatever Lilly King is to everyone else. I'm just me. But I mean, as far as being a regular student, it's not too hard. I mean, I go to class like everybody else. I do my homework like everybody else. I oversleep for class like everybody else sometimes. So it's not. I wouldn't say it's anything different than being a normal person, because that's kind of how I think of myself.
How would you describe your 4-year journey at Indiana and what it's meant to you?
It's been awesome. It's not something I've really been able to ever put to words. Just like I came in and I was like a decent swimmer, but I wasn't obviously what I am now. And then just like being able to develop and grow with all these amazing people and coaches and support staff and all of my friends that aren't swimmers and, just kind of being able to develop myself as a person rather than just an athlete too has been really cool over the last 4 years.
Yeah, Lilly, I think often we forget that the Lilly King we see now took many years of progress to get to that point. So what's your word of advice for a little girl out there that's looking up to you and saying, gosh, I want to be just like her one day?
There's not really a secret formula. I had fun. I always loved my sport, and I worked hard every day, and that's why I'm here. So I believe in myself, and that's really what got me here. Working as hard as I could and believing that I could do something. That's the reason I've done all the things that I've done today.
And you're carrying this belief forward as you look ahead to the NCAA championships coming up in Austin, Texas on March 21st and 22nd. What are your personal expectations for what you want to accomplish?
I want to win my 2 events, obviously. Going 8 for 8 would be pretty cool. I'd be the first woman to win all the breaststrokes all 4 years. So that'd be pretty neat. And then I really want a relay title. For like that, to me, would be kind of, the icing on the cake. So hopefully we'll be top 5 as a team. I think we can do that. We have a lot of studs this year that can score, in the A final. So I think we're looking pretty good. And after last week, I'm sure we'll put up a fight.
Why is the relay title so important to you?
Relays are more fun. The relays are more fun at the Olympics to win, so I don't know why they wouldn't be more fun to win at NCAA. So I think it'd just be cool just to I think when you win a relay, that really puts your program on top. You can have individual swimmers, but when they all come together for the relay, it's really cool and really says something about your program.
Speaking of the Olympics, after winning gold at the 2016 Olympics, 2020 Tokyo Olympics aren't that far away. What are your expectations as you look ahead to that experience?
I'm just looking to have fun, and for me, winning is fun. So, obviously repeat in the 100 breaststroke and win the 200 breaststroke. That's been my biggest goal. And 2 relay golds, if I get to be on those 2 relays, that'd be awesome. But yeah, it's fun. It's definitely going to be a different experience than Rio was, just because I actually know what I'm doing now. And I was such a newbie at Rio. It was like I was a 12-year-old at the Olympics. And,
oh my gosh.
Looking back, I was just like, oh wait, this is cool. I'm gonna go swim now.
That's crazy.
But now I actually know what I'm doing. So
that is crazy to think about. What's been the biggest learning curve, or what's the biggest thing you learned that you're like, okay, I'm not gonna be surprised by this round 2?
I think just I know how to take care of myself now. I won't be running around the Olympic Village the night before my race, going to look at stuff or eat. I was eating McDonald's every meal. McDonald's was free at the Olympics, so I'd stand in line for a half hour to get free McDonald's before my Olympic final. Honestly, I was a little kid. I was a little kid waiting to swim my race.
That is so awesome. What was the order at McDonald's? Now we have to know.
I think the night the whole finger wagging incident went down, I like 10 chicken nuggets and a double cheeseburger and a large Coke. It was something insane.
The secret recipe to success. Yeah. I absolutely love it. Last serious question for you before we get to some rapid fire. You said this has been such a tremendous experience because you've been able to swim with some of your best friends at Indiana. So as you part ways with the program your senior year, what message or legacy do you hope to leave behind at Indiana?
I wouldn't say I really need a message to leave behind because I'll still be here. But I'm just really glad that myself and the rest of the senior class has left this group better than we found it, just in terms of team culture and kind of stuff like that. But it's been a pretty special ride, and I'm glad the girls are where they are at now, and they're only going to get better.
Unbelievable. Well, as I said, we're going to do some rapid fire now. Since you set the 100-yard breaststroke record by a time of 55.88, we're going to go 55 88 seconds with you, rapid
right.
fire. Beginning with, we got a little bit of a teaser with the, as we get the time on the clock here, we got a teaser with your pre-game meal leading into the finger wagging incident.
Okay.
So tell us what the pre-game meal was leading into the 100-yard breaststroke record-setting event.
I probably had like a BLT or something. I don't know. I had a sandwich of some sort.
You're the first woman to break 57, the first woman to break 56, now the first woman to break 55. Any fathomable thought of 54?
I would, you know, might as well.
Why not?
That's cool with me.
Who's the coolest person you've ever shared a swimming pool with?
Oh, that I've ever shared a swimming pool with? I mean, Michael Phelps. Like that, like
Has
he'd
to
have
be.
the
I
coolest.
figured that
Yeah.
was the answer.